Congratulations, you made it to 2023, which means a fresh start, new goals, and hundreds of new amazing game releases. And judging by the lineup for just the first few months, it seems like this year will be full to bursting with incredible experiences for you to dive into to escape from life for just a little while. I've selected the biggest and best games in my opinion, expected out during the first half of the year, that I think are worth getting excited for. Now, we won't be touching on games without firm release dates like Spider-Man 2 or Starfield, but believe me when I say that there is still a cornucopia of great games to talk about. Let's dive in. To start our year off, we have PlayStation 5 exclusive Forspoken, brought to you by some of the biggest names in game development. This fantasy game sees you taking on a malignant plague, evil queen, and developing new powers as plucky modern-day teen Faye, who has been unceremoniously dropped into an epic fantasy. The magic combat is beautiful to behold and looks intricate enough to get funky with, plus traversing this world via magic-assisted parkour is one of the freshest ideas in movement since the invention of the Heelys. Forspoken releases on January 27th for PS5 and PC. Respawn, the maker of Big Mac Buddy and Apex Legends, released Jedi Fallen Order in 2019, which told the tale of Cal Kestis in his search to reconnect with the Force, overcome his Order 66 related trauma, and save a new generation of Force-sensitive children from the clutches of the Empire. Survivor picks up 5 years after that game. A now older Cal fights a much more oppressive Empire as he strives to find a reason to keep fighting. All new Star Wars worlds to explore, a tight new grapple hook mechanic, fun new force powers, and the introduction of a far more nuanced combat system make Jedi Survivor a must-play for any Star Wars fan. You can reignite your lightsaber on March 17th on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. You ever take one of those BuzzFeed "Which Harry Potter house are you" quizzes and then think, man, that's cool, but I really wish I could actually attend Hogwarts? Well, now you can. Kind of. Avalanche Software takes you deep into the ancient castle 100 years before the events of the acclaimed movies to become a new student. Attend classes, explore the grounds, fly around like you own the place, and even do magic battle with dark creatures and other wizards. It's the ultimate Harry Potter fantasy role-playing game, complete with your own dorm room. Solemnly swear to be up to no good in Hogwarts Legacy when it confusingly comes out on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC on February 10th, and then releases again on PS4 and Xbox One in April. And if you're a Switch player, June. Breath of the Wild is the single best-selling game in the Legend of Zelda franchise and was the lifeblood of the Nintendo Switch for multiple years, dating back to its release on 2017. Its sequel has been much anticipated, and while little is known about the story, we do know that it features an even larger scale world, more enemy types, all new armor, and a thrilling new set of abilities. This one's kind of self-explanatory, it will be a hit, and you're gonna like it, you'll play it. Nintendo will unleash this new masterpiece on the Nintendo Switch on May 12th. In 2015, Capcom had a very controversial release for Street Fighter V, and by controversial, I mean one of the worst releases for a fighting game ever. After years of playing Damage Control and re-earning the trust of its fanbase, they are all set for the release of Street Fighter VI. Look, I'm honestly not a huge fan of this series as a whole, but the stylish, smooth as butter, dynamic fighting is just irresistible this time. With a new emphasis on accessibility, a create-a-character-led story mode in which you get to train with your favorite franchise characters, and an absolutely banger-filled soundtrack, Street Fighter VI is shaping up to easily be one of the best and biggest launches in the long-running franchise history. Step into the world of fight on June 2nd on PS4 and 5, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC.
Street Fighter 6.
The Diablo series has always held a special place in my heart. I've sunk countless hours into the previous 3 entries and gone beyond the max level and loot grind for hours on end. So naturally, the demon-squashing top-down isometric RPG series returning for a 4th entry means you won't be seeing me from June 6th onward. I'm kidding, but I will be playing a ton of this game. I'm going to be venturing back into the world of Diablo, taking on all new demonic forces as one of 5 classes, with more customization, new traversal options, and expansive in-game content. Diablo IV is rising up as one of the best in the series. Take on the armies of Lilith on June 6th for PS4 and PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. Of course, this only covers the first 6 months of the year, and we still have a lot to look forward to going into the back half of the year. Hopefully, you found something to get hyped up for. And lastly, I just want to remind you, you are worthy of happiness. And I hope the new year has found you well. For Hardwired, I'm Andrew Hamilton.